Alrighty. So, um, last time with the Swan, you all fought the Hungry One and defeated it. Chomper getting the last hit with Toll the Dead, killing her former master.
Nice.
And this time, for the last time, um, we turn to the present. Um, So I did say that you were able to make your way back to the Steel Swan, and so it has been repaired enough to where it can fly. Uh, I forget who has this. It's one of the NPCs. It may have been Melrun. Let's see. Well, someone had the Helm of Teleportation.
Uh, it wasn't Daehoon, we know that. Starman? I don't bloody know.
Well, regardless, Fleur will take the helmet and attune to it, and will pretty much like gather the group that was part of the group that took out the Hungry One and say, "We've we've done so much to go this far. Some of us more than others, but I I think this might be the end of adventuring for at least Liv and I. I don't know about the rest of you, but I kind of just want to go home, be with my family." I She will take Liv's hand. And the two of us will go ahead and return home now. Anyone else who wants to return to Mikhail with us? Well, does anyone want to come with us to Mikhail?
I'll go to Mythasta first to attend to and creatures to re-add or add
Yeah, I might as
to.
well. Sure.
Uh, Chomper says, "I will go with. There's no reason for me to stay here, uh, unless it's to uh, keep the armies from fighting each other. But I want to get far from this place as possible. Not that there's any danger, because we've taken care of it, but just to get away from all this." And Silvar steps forward and holds out his hand towards you all and says, "Well, Fleur, I think we will see each other eventually, but I concur that this might be the end of adventuring for us. I am still, by Aron's orders, your bodyguard. But the rest of you, uh, I guess see you next time on Mikhail."
See ya.
See you. It was good traveling with you.
It was good being with all of you. And it took a bit for you to warm up to me. He'll shake hands with whoever takes it.
Hmm. Start on row. That'll be fine.
See. Zorana will go back with you all, as well as Cyrodiil and Tora, since they're all people that were part of the island. Yeah, Fleur uses the Helm of Teleportation, and you are teleported back to Mikhail. Specifically, the teleportation tower. You hear the waves on the beach, the seagulls in the air. Now knowing that there is no existential threat coming after you.
Well, I think it's time to get to work. That was a good start to this, but we still have a lot to do. So I'm going to head over to McDowell. See y'all later and enjoy your retirement.
I don't think I'll be retired for a while.
Awesome. Maybe we could get a new group of people together. Wait, no, we can't do that. Hey, Liv and Fleur, is it okay if we just continue using Order of the Swan for like merch and legal reasons?
It's an LLC, Dahon. We're all part of Order of the Swan LLC.
Perfect, perfect. Okay. What is my
Technicalities.
let's see if yeah, he has no clue what that means. Okay. Awesome. Well, goodbye. He's gonna just get on Hummer and fly back to McTail. Yeah, McTail.
And Starkman would just head into the trees of the forest.
We got to split the party at least one more time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I knew this was going to be a short session, but I was not quite expecting it to be that short.
Oh,
But
I have plans. I have ideas.
I mean, this is the end of the campaign. I suppose we can go into the epilogues now. Victor, what is it that now that the party has been retired, but the LLC is continuing? What is it that Dahun spends or does after the campaign?
All right. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Let's see. I'll be done by 7:30. So this is just going to be a long monologue. Um, okay. Basically, the idea is he's just going to try to build up McTail as much as possible. Well, okay. Sorry. First off, let's do some personal stuff. I gotta get through this. I'm gonna close all my just to be sure. Just a second. I have to save a document. Okay. First, let's do some inventory checks. So we've got a lot of cool inventory. That's awesome. Okay. First off, I'm gonna go through my other possession, a ledger. Okay, he's gonna put that in a prominent place somewhere, unimportant. His adventurer identification. I'll just keep that on this person. Um, okay, so he's got a favor from the princess and corrected, and I fall the city princess, or at least the one that has it in there. So he might call it an out favor. All right. Next, trophy. Let's start with the best one, which is the Hungry One's dead branches. He's going to make himself a nice chair.
You're becoming a little
Um,
muffled there.
oh, can you hear me?
I can hear that you're talking. Just it's been progressively getting more mumbled.
All right. How about this?
Yeah, that sounds clear.
Perfect. Okay. So, going through the trophy first, he's going to make a chair from the Hungry One's dead branches, and maybe two chairs or a side table. He'll make a chair and a side table if he has enough wood. Um, Finbar, you know Finbar, the magic guy who was making the non-magical magical swords.
Yes.
He's going to put his first great sword up as a trophy. He has 20 flesh mount teeth. That sounds terrifying. He's going to just arrange that on a wall. It's going to be like, one of those antler,
Yes.
um,
Uh,
yeah, one of those scenarios. A metal dragon skull and head armor, which is awesome. He's going to, like, how they do the whales in airports, where it's just like hanging from the ceiling?
yes.
Perfect. He's going to do that. He has a large fiend's dismembered body. I think it's just the bones at this point. He's going to put that up in the corner, like, a grizzly bear,
Yes.
one of those grizzly bear trophies. Yeah. And then he's got a robotic head and 46 swords from that big thing that we fought in the shadow dimension. Um, he's going to array that like behind or over top of the fireplace, if that makes sense, with the head at the center and then the 646 swords kind of like arrayed around it, like rays of sunshine. Um, so that's that. Ooh, I forgot. I had a shard scale format. You remember the shard scales, right? Do you?
Hmm?
The shard scale.
Shard. Um.
So it was the crystal zombies that the detective
Yes.
saw. Yeah. All right. So he's going to start R&D on those and see if he can make like a weapon of mass destruction with them. Um, and uh, I think that's everything in my inventory. Uh, Cool. So just generally, his idea is he gave me this cool thing. It's called the Rod of Security, which basically just lets him take people on reserve for a little while. His basic idea is he's going to go around to the people of the world, just the governments of the world. He's going to take the nobility of, it doesn't have to be the king, it can just be like high ranking nobility, off on long, nice resort trip. And while that's happening, he's going to be buttering them up and he's going to be trying to get um, as many people under his thumb as possible. And that's the first stage. Second stage, he is going to be expanding his operations, his mercenary operations, to any corner of the globe and just trying to privatize literally every army that ever exists under his banner. And then lastly, and this is his big thing, I don't expect this to happen actually. Lastly, he is planning on, oh, I don't know, just a never ending war. Just, he's going to pick a country once every month and he's just going to start a skirmish. And he's just going to keep doing that kind of like forever. Just constant, the forever wars. He's going to create the forever wars.
I see.
And yeah, he's going to profit off of that because everybody's fighting and everybody needs like high level mercenaries. And he's the high level mercenary. You go to him, as has been told in those resorts that he went around telling everybody about. So yeah, that's just his thing. He's going to become a war profiteer, but on a global scale, and he'll be a happy man.
All right. Um, what does Cerbon do following the conclusion of the campaign?
Um, Starbun would just be it's just kind of that chaotic energy of congratulations, you have this biome in your like area now. It like pops up in some random country, grows like a freaking forest out of thin air, and then just vanishes again back to Macau. That seems to be my just a basic idea for him. Mostly because I find it hilarious.
So he's gone from true neutral to chaotic neutral.
Yeah, he might have had like Liv like rub off on him or something.
I mean, he
Um,
is an archdruid, so he's got a couple hundred years with the two of them.
yeah. Although I guess for a while he will be rebuilding. Anywhere where the Hungering one took up residence, he'll just be regrowing everything there.
All right. Is that all?
Yeah.
All right. So a quick question for Dehun. What would his
Hmm.
reaction be to hearing anything about "quote unquote" better Dehun?
His reaction to that would be, I hate that guy. And he would just throw as many bodies in that direction as possible, including his own. It's like if there's a better day, he's going to go and try to kill better day. Honestly, he would be sidetracked from his like forever war world domination thing by trying to track in better day.
But he's not actively seeking him out.
Oh no, he is totally
Oh,
actively
okay.
seeking him
He
out.
is seeking him out.
He would bend every resource in his disposal to not only find better day, but tear him limb from him and then put his moldering corpse kind of like as the centerpiece in his trophy room.
If he could.
Whatever that whatever is left of him after Dagon's done with him. Probably just his skull. Or maybe it's severed skull or something.
Right. And Cerebon was pretty much putting up random force following recovery from the hungering one, correct? Up to his
Yeah,
last days.
pretty much.
All right. So Dehun, you continue your forever war, gaining influence throughout your days, and when he is, you spend pretty much the rest of your life doing this. Up into the ripe old age, um, and you occasionally hear news of this better Dehun. Uh, there is one day in your advanced age that you finally find him, and he is been such a pain in the neck for whatever you've thrown at him that more or less challenges you to fight him himself, and is a long, hard fought battle. And uh, it
Wait, I
ends.
got a real quick question.
Yes.
I have heroic inspiration because you gave it to me for eating meat and toast. Could I roll that right now?
Hmm.
And if I get a really good score, I beat him and I get to say something smart.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay. Um, A heroic inspiration is either what is it? I've never used one actually.
Uh, do, 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 do. No, I don't want the old one. I want the new one. Wait, no, I don't want the new one. I want the old one. Uh, goes above and beyond. Uh, um, I'm not sure. Let's see. Well, I would say in this case, maybe roll an attack with advantage.
Perfect. I'll roll it in D20 or in not D20 but D&D Beyond. Just not in D20.
Just tell me what the number is.
Okay. Okay. And better Dayhoon is making a final strike against Better Dayhoon. His sword swings down and it glances off of his shield and goes directly into the brains. I think it's two natural wounds. And he screams in English.
What was that?
He gets two nat ones.
Oh. Oof, that's rough. All right.
Yeah, so he tries to attack Better Dayhoon and he hits his own shield and it just bounces off into the ground and he's just left looking like a complete fool before Better Dayhoon chops off his head.
Well,
And that is how Dayhoon.
I mean, I was going to say that you kill each other, but if that's the way you want things to go.
No, Dayhoon's end has been found from the beginning and ends pathetic. It's perfect.
Hey, at least you made it to an old age.
Yeah.
Starabon.
Yeah.
You probably spend probably the next 50 to 75 years just trying to help lands recover from not only the hungering one, but for some of the actions that your party has taken. Or other people have
Oops.
taken. Not naming any specific actions. Nuke. But you recover pretty much the entire world, even going into places that were previously unknown to anyone in your group. Um, with that's done, the influence of Mytholivia has rubbed off on you, and you start going in, planting random forests every so often.
You're
And
just walking through the desert, and he's like, "Congratulations, there's an oasis here. Goodbye."
let's see.
It's wonderful.
So how old was Starabon at when the hungering one was killed?
20 something. He wasn't. The issue is though is I don't think Archdruid's age, right?
Archdruids age 1 year every 10 years.
Oh Jesus! So he'd be like 30, but after 70 years. That's hilarious.
Yeah, so I'm going to assume that he was like uh, between or almost 30, like somewhere between 20 and 30. So it, you get another 500 to 600 years in a added onto your life due to you being an arch druid.
Hmm.
But with the with you being the spirit of nature, still possessing it after all this time, you know your time is coming to an end, and you feel satisfied with the work that you've done, spreading nature, preserving nature. Sometimes following the whims of Live and Fleur. Sometimes not uh, resisting their influence. But you pass away peacefully. Uh,
Awesome.
I don't really have anything to say on Arson and Gorza. I mean, Arson, he's he went missing. He's been missing, though. You hear rumors of a fire ganassi with a water arm and rock chest occasionally. I think Gorza would have lived a good life. Um, Fleur and Liv do, in fact, retire from adventuring business and continue on as the regent and consort of Mikhail. Um, Fleur does do 2 terms as the prime minister eventually. Uh, um, uh, Due to Liv's contract with Inanna, they also live far beyond their natural lifespans. However, Liv and Mick do eventually fuse his 2 souls and minds in one body, and so they, the Liv and Fleur, are among the last of the original Order of the Swan to pass away. And uh, they pass away surrounded by their still living family and the new chosen that have arisen during their lifetimes. And so we now close this journey of the Order of the Swan. It's been great playing with you guys for this campaign.